Hey y'all! Howdy! What's poppin', Jimbos? We got Crispy here. Yup. Okay, so this is gonna be like a TTI. Do you remember those like Disney Channel like TTIs? Or
the time
like, yeah, like the time I like got cyberbullied, or like the time I like moved 1,000 miles away, you know?
Oh yeah.
So this is the time I almost accidentally
blew up my school,
or at least my chem lab. So you might be thinking, you know, maybe this happened when I was like younger and I was like dumb and, you know, like didn't know anything, but this happened last year, junior year, and I think it was like first semester, it might have been second semester. Junior year was a blur for me. And so basically, some backstory. One of my best friends and I were in the same chem lab, right? And like separate, we have like solid 2 brain cells each, and then together we share
like a quarter of a brain cell.
So
Okay.
It's not good, but you know, obviously we were always like lab partners. And so this particular lab, I don't really remember what it was, but it had to do with like fire and like open flames and stuff. And so obviously we were going to be lab partners, but it had to be like at least 4 people to a group. And so we had, do you know who Menno is?
Menno Miller?
Yes.
Oh, I freaking love that kid.
Menno was in
He's so great.
Menno was in our group, and then so was this other kid. I forgot this other kid's name, but like he basically like would just take the bathroom pass and like go jewel in the bathroom for like 10 minutes.
Menno?
No, not Menno, like this other kid.
Oh, okay.
So it was like us, Riley and I, and then it was Menno, who didn't have a clue what was ever happening in chem, and then that one guy who's just always in the bathroom jeweling. So obviously like the best group that could ever do a chem lab together. And so we have to get this flame going, and it's not working for us. Like we're the last group to get this flame going. Like,
is it a Bunsen burner?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And like I think, actually I have no idea, but I think that like sounds familiar. And so like we're trying to like get this flame to go, and it's like not happening. And all the other groups, there's like 5 or 6 other groups, and they're all ahead and they're all starting the lab. And then we're just like,
what are we gonna freaking do?
We can't get this going. So the Menno has the brilliant idea that he's just going to turn like all of the knobs that are on the sink. And so like, you've been like the science labs obviously, where they have like the sink and then they have like the air knob and then the gas knob.
Yeah.
So he's just like, okay, we're just gonna like try everything. And obviously you have to have stuff connected into like the nozzles, or else it's just gonna like, you know, air is just gonna be going everywhere. So turns out we had turned on the gas.
Oh.
And there was like nothing, you know,
and then you had flames.
There was just a gas leak. And so the people in our class started like complaining, like, it smells like weird in here. And then Mrs. Berman freaking comes over, and she's just like, because like we're obviously like our flame's still not going, like we're just not doing anything. And then she's just like, she comes over to us, and then she's like, oh my god, the gas is on! Oh my god, there's a gas leak! We're gonna die! And I was like, oh my god, we're gonna die! Like we're gonna die!
Like you're gonna die!
We're gonna die! And like she was like freaking out, and then everybody in the class was just like, oh my god, we're gonna die! Like everyone was like freaking out, and then she was just like, oh my god! And then like she turned it off, and then we had to open like all the doors and everything, and she was just like, oh my god, like you guys had a gas leak, like I cannot believe you guys. And we were like,
so was she like yelling at you? Were you guys in trouble?
no, she wasn't even like, I don't even know, she was like, well, because she like loved Riley and I.
Okay.
So it was just like, she wasn't mad, but she was just like, we could have died. And I was like, you know, our chem lab almost blew up, and Riverview almost blew up. So like, you know, that was great. That was really great. But yeah, and then everyone started like like coughing really loudly, but like I'm pretty sure most people were like doing it like to be dramatic, because everyone was like I'm dying, and I was like, shut up, you're not dying. I mean, like maybe you are, but like we're not.
All slowly dying.
You know, like I'm still kicking it. Like I'm still kicking it. I'm still here.
Every day you get closer to death, so we're all slowly dying.
Exactly. Do you have a TTI you would like to share?
It actually has to do with gasoline.
Brilliant.
And this happened, it might be shorter than yours, but you know, It's very good. This actually happened to me yesterday.
Okay.
Yesterday.
Yeah.
Okay, so after morning practice, I was, I picked out an outfit the night before, and then, I get dressed, and I'm like, my outfit's bombing. I'm wearing like a Sarasota Shark sweatshirt, but I'm wearing nothing under it, so it's all soft and nice. Then I'm wearing like these sick Lululemon shorts. And then, obviously I have like these Tommy Bahama shoes. They kind of look like Sperry's, but, they're just really cool, and I really love them. And, so the majority of all of us, we all go to Dunkin', and we get us. But I needed gasoline before I went in.
As you do, yes.
So, yes, because I was running low on gas. I was at the point where it was like dash, dash, dash on the range. So, not good. So then after that, I'm sitting there, I'm filling, and, I pull out my phone. I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to order my Dunkin' on out here.
Yeah.
Then I lost grip of the nozzle, and I was like still holding on it, and I spilled it all over my leg, and all over my leg, all over my Lulu shorts. I didn't get it on my sweatshirt, but I had to change into a new set of shorts, my Dryland shorts from that morning. My Dryland shoes, and I was also still wearing my, Sarasota Shark sweatshirt. But as you know, the gasoline still lingers on your leg.
Oh.
So I walked into Dunkin', and then Connor Shoemaker, he's like, yo, it smells like gas in here. And I was like, oh my god, yeah, that's me.
Oh my god.
So then I went to school, and then, I'm in my car, and I've got Axe, and I'm going like, shh.
Yeah.
And I take my shirt from that morning, like my Dryland shirt, and I dip it in like my water jug, and I start putting it on my leg, and I start rubbing it everywhere. And then, it's just, I'm driving with the windows down because now like the smell's in my car. So, and then it's just bad. So then I text my dad during first period. I'm like, Dad, I need to leave after fourth period, because, I can't miss pre-calculus.
Yeah.
So then,
Studious.
My dad was like, what's the problem? I was like, I was filling up gas this morning, and I spilled it on my leg, and, he's like, did you get it on your clothes or your skin? And I said, dude, I spilt it on my leg, and I had to change my shorts. So then he's like, well, what's the emergency? And I'm like, I spilled it on my skin, and it's not good for your skin. Gasoline's not good for your skin. So then I knew that this would come in handy. I actually had a fake pass. Well, like an already used pass in my locker, just in case if I needed to get out, the lady wouldn't stop me. Just be like, "Where's your pass?"
Yeah.
So then, I showed her the pass, and it was like folded, and it was from October 31st, 2018. So I told my dad I was gonna leave after fourth period. He didn't know how I got out of there, but Dad, if you ever end up watching this, I used the fake pass, but hey, you knew I was out of school after fourth period. So that is the time I spilled gasoline on myself yesterday. Yes. Oh my gosh, I was like, they turned on the different LED lights in the sky.
100%.
And I was like,
that Supermoon was so...
Like, I pulled out of my neighborhood, I turned to go west, because it rises, I don't know. But I heard it was just so big and big and bulging, and
it was thick,
and wasn't a skinny legend.
No, she wasn't a skinny legend, but she was thick, and we stand that. And we have to do another podcast because that was so much fun.
I love podcasts.
And we can talk more in depth about, like, I don't know, what else?
Like informational stuff. So like
a history lesson.
Maybe I can.
I love history.
I'm very good at crash courses. Like history crash course.
Yes, I love history crash course.
And I feel like I can do that on like the Reconstruction era after the Civil War.
Okay, Yeah, let's do that. Okay.
History lesson. That will be the start of the apocalypse. I'll save it for next vlog because it will be out of context in this.
What, do you have like an apocalypse starter kit?
Not an apocalypse starter kit, but something that can make like the apocalypse possible. There's like
Thanks for having me. Or wait, this is my channel. Thanks for coming. Deuces.